Hi everybody, my name's John Wright. I'm a beef producer in Australia, in Central West New South Wales. We're a seed stock operation. We've got about 500 cows. What we've got is a composite line of cattle which are called the Blue-E, which is a 50% Shorthorn, 50% Angus line of cattle. We started them up in 1997 and have been breeding them ever since. We also started in 1997 in testing all our bulls for feed efficiency. We had a manual facility that we built on the farm and have been recording the intakes of every bull that we've bred since then. GrowSafe have asked me just to have a bit of a chat to you about a couple of things. I just wanted to outline what we've done in relation to testing for feed efficiency. 3 years ago, we purchased the GrowSafe technology and imported it in from Canada and have been using it ever since. It's fantastic. We're so happy with the way it enables us to capture the intakes, the information it gets us, the reliability of it, and the easiness. It's just so simple, and all the hard work is done back in Canada. All we have to do is fill up the bunks each day and check the animals once a day, and that's about it. So it's a great system. It took a lot for them to get it to this point, so congratulations to GrowSafe, and it's enabled us to continue on testing. We've incorporated feed efficiency, I guess, into our selection index or into our breeding program. There's been a lot of concern about feed efficiency and how that might pan out in a breeding sense. All I can tell you after 23 years and developing up to a 500 cow herd and been selecting all the way along, including feed efficiency, is that we've seen no increase in cow size. We have seen no reduction in fat. We've been able to maintain the fat on our cattle and on our herd. We have maintained fertility of our herd all the way along. And so we've taken a gradual and slow approach to breeding, a multi-trait, responsible, slow approach to breeding, I guess, and we've been able to take improve feed efficiency over time and then take all the other traits with us. We're excited where the beef industry is going in relation to feed conversion. There's more and more herds all around the world that are starting to test for it, and we feel that it's a really valuable trait within the industry. The ability to produce a more profitable animal can only be a good thing for the industry. The real exciting part, I think it is, which is the other part I need to talk to you about, is about methane production in relation to feed efficiency, in relation to the beef industry, and I guess in relation to climate change. So I'm just going to go into that part now quickly. It's a difficult subject to talk about for a lot of people because of the climate change aspect, and so I'm just going to address methane production from cattle, the beef industry, and feed efficiency, I guess, the relationship between all those sort of things. So first of all, I think it's really, really important and a little bit difficult to talk about is the part that's saying, I know we as the beef producers who are very passionate about our industry in relation to emissions and climate change. It really doesn't matter what we as beef producers think. All that matters is, as one consumer, are we going to eat beef tomorrow? So the opinion of the beef industry doesn't really matter. It's the opinion and the behaviour of the consuming public that's really important in relation to this. So it really doesn't matter what we think, it matters what the consumers think. The concern I have for our industry right around the world is that there's more and more people who are concerned about climate change and feel like they want to be proactive in what they're doing in their own lives in relation to climate change. It's very difficult for them to be proactive in the space. They can have the beliefs, but they feel like they need to do something. And so, the cry that comes out right across the world to all communities in every country seems to be there's 5 major things as individuals within the population that you can do in relation to climate change. The first one is reduce your energy use. The second one is access your energy from a renewable source. The third thing is drive less. Fourth thing is fly less. And the fifth thing is eat less red meat. That's really hard for us to hear, and we'll try and refute that, no doubt, as an industry in lots of different ways. My approach to is that I feel that we have to be proactive in this space. To deny and pretend it's not there and be negative about it will work against us in the long run. In my understanding, in dealing with issues, the more proactive you are, denying that your fences are falling down gets you nowhere. To be proactive, get out there and keep repairing your fences and putting new fences up is a great thing that we do in our own operation. I think we have to do that in relation to our challenge in the beef industry as far as climate change is concerned. So the reality is that challenge is there. We need to create a story to the consumers and show them that we're being proactive in the space. So one way we can do that is selecting for feed efficiency. If we breed an animal that eats less feed in relation to the amount of weight that they're putting on, then they're a more efficient animal producing less kilograms of methane per kilogram of product. That's a really proactive way that the industry can head in telling a story to consumers and also enabling us to breed a better animal. So it's a real win-win situation. So a more efficient animal is producing less kilograms of methane per kilogram of product or per kilogram of per hectare, and that's a desirable thing with the added story. So we've taken that direction. We've been testing for feed efficiency for 23 years, for what I think is probably the longest in the world. We have a unique line of cattle that I guess we probably could call the best low emissions genetics anywhere in the world. We've been able to shift the efficiency, the average efficiency of our herd quite significantly, whilst incorporating it in a multi-trait approach to breeding cattle. So we needed to keep those profit-driving factors of fertility and growth and muscularity and marbling, along with feed efficiency, going in a positive direction. That takes a while. You have to be patient. You have to be responsible in your breeding approach, but we can get there. So it's a win-win situation as far as I can see. If we can continue to identify animals that are more efficient, science has proven that those animals will be producing less methane. So it's a great story. We can extend that out into our overall management practices and think about how many kilograms of beef we can produce per hectare, and how we can reduce the intakes of our animals. Just reducing the size of our animals is an unproductive approach, I would say. We have to be producing more productive animals that are still growing, still making us profitable, yet producing less methane. And there's a lot of management things that we can do on our property. We don't have time to go into those now, but a lot of stuff we can do on farm to make our operations more efficient and produce less methane per operation or per animal. So thanks GrowSafe for the invitation to have a bit of a chat to you, and best of luck in your production systems all around the world. Thanks.